Hello friends. If you are an international student in UK who's doing your graduation or finish your graduation, doing your PG or finish your PG, looking for a job, I believe this is the right video. You have come to the right place. My name is Wasim and welcome to my channel WK in UK. This is a very important topic, something very close to my heart as well. A lot of people approach me and they ask that I have a nephew, I have a niece, I have a friend's kid, their own kids who's studying currently in UK and they're not getting a job. This is a problem statement which has been happening around and they ask me to help. I typically run an executive search firm, which is a 15-year-old practice. We are in 5 different countries, originated from Bangalore, India, now headquartered in London. I'm here for last 5 years. So we operate with people with 15 plus years of experience. So fresher is not something which I work day in, day night. But for last 5 years, as I say, every week somebody keeps sending me some references that can you help them, can you help them. So I kind of have worked out a pattern that how do we help if somebody follows the typical process, then can they get a job in UK. So that's what I'm going to discuss in this particular video. So number one, let's talk about a problem statement first. The problem here is you have come all the way to do your graduation or post graduation in this country and you're not getting a work permit. You're getting some kind of a job, but you're still not getting a work permit. Now, in this, there is a solution and there is a problem. Solution is you have come to the right place. UK offers one of the best quality education. My own son goes to University College London. He's doing his BSc Mathematics, and I can vouch definitely one of the best educational institutions, that is UCL here. But I get right now these days now I'm getting even profiles from Imperial College. Even one of the Cambridge student approached me. They're not getting the right job. They're struggling. I mean, they're international student. They have spent tons of money. I mean, it's like close to 55,000 pound each year they need to spend on accommodation, food plus education, tuition fees, which I'm talking about. So imagine for 3 years graduation they have to spend close to 180,000 pound, which is a huge amount. Imagine how many years they need to recover this money to. So this is where the problem is. Now, the challenge is for the sponsors, the people who give them work visas, are government has increased surcharge by 32% for the company. So if I run a company, which I do, and I have to hire somebody, now the fees to hire someone on my work permit has increased by 32%. And there are many other challenges like minimum salary threshold gone to 33,400. So if you are a student and I have to hire you, even if it is entry level, the minimum salary I have to ensure is 33,400. Plus there will be a visa sponsorship fees of around 10 to 15,000, plus holidays and so many things, insurances put together. It really costs a lot, and this is a process. It's not that I found a person, next week he's working with me. So there is a lengthy process which we have to go through, which unfortunately discourage some of the companies here unless they are very large and mid to large kind of a segment organization. And if you want to bring your family, if you are married or you want to bring someone, then this threshold from 33,400 it goes to 41,700. So challenges are bigger and bigger. Unfortunately, this discourage people a lot. And another recent change is two changes I can talk about here is previously they were allowing a student to stay here for 2 years and find a job for themselves. Now they are saying it is reduced to 18 months. And the second challenge, which is a mountainous challenge, previously they were saying if you work 5 years on a work visa, then you can apply for ILR. ILR is indefinite leave to remain, which is like a PR in other terms, other countries like Canada, and or you can say green card in American terms. So which used to be a 5 years limit, now they have increased to 10 years. So it means somebody is on a work permit, he has to spend 10 good years here before he could apply for ILR, then the citizenship. So the process is becoming lengthy and lengthy. But yes, of course, UK offers one of the best quality of life, the amazing things here, no doubt about it. That's why you are here. Now let's discuss about solution. So we so far talked about problems. We know that you're a graduate, you're not getting the right sponsorship, and I can quote several examples. In my one of my last video also, I talked about a very good boy working in Starbucks, and he was a Malayali candidate. When I say Malayali, somebody from Kerala in India. And since I'm a fellow Indian, so he kind of felt a little easy and approached me while serving me a coffee. And he said, "Sir, can you help me? I'm not getting a job. I'm a data science graduate from Kingston University, and I'm not getting anybody to, sponsor my visa." And I honestly was helpless. And that fellow went back almost 3 to 4 months back. I heard that he's gone back. Like this, there are so many people approached us and they are not able to get the job within stipulated time. Imagine he had 2 years time. Now that it is shrink to 18 months. So what should you do to get a job in this 18 months? If you are doing graduation, let's say you start like my son this year, you've already spent almost a month or 15 days. Let's say you start now. In next 3 years, what should you do so that you'll end up with a good quality job? So let's discuss this out, and I'm very sure you will watch this video not once, you will watch it 2 or 3 times, because this is that important. This is going to be a lengthy video. It's not going to be a 10 minutes video. It may take 15, 20, even 30 minutes close to it. But trust me, this is going to be one of the most important video you have watched in your student life. So let's talk about it. What should you do? Let's say it doesn't matter you are in first year, second year, third year, or you just finished your education. The process remains same, but sooner you start, better it is. So if you are like my son in first year, then this is something you need to start doing it right now if you are an international student. But if you are in second year, third year, it doesn't deter. You may come from China, Hong Kong, you may come from India, you may come from America, you may come from a Middle East to study here. It applies to everyone in a similar fashion. So I'm going to talk about 2-3 things. I have made some notes. I may refer it down while talking to you because this is as genuine as it is. So I'll keep referring couple of areas. So let me tell you, what should you typically do to find a permanent job? So there are 2 types of job possible. One is a temp, second is a perm. When we talk about temporary job, the temporary job is something which while you are doing your graduation, even after that, you're just trying to do it so that you can meet both ends. In the sense, you have certain amount of expenses here and family can only send that much. So to meet those expenses, government has allowed you to work 20 hours a week. So most of the people go to places like KFC, Starbucks, they serve tables, they work in a pub. So these are decent opportunities to work for 20 hours. Typically they get about $15 an hour. So 15 into 20, let's say 300 pounds a week. So 1200 pounds, you can, as a student, you can really live your life. It's okay. Nothing to bother about. If you are sponsored your tuition fees and a bit of accommodation, you can manage it. That's what you are allowed till you're finishing your education. So this gives you 2 advantages. First of all, yes, you can score 1000 to 1500 pounds within in a month while doing this 20 hours a week, and money is money. But what is more important about this temp job is this prepares you for tomorrow. This allows you to talk to a lot of people who you don't know, people from different culture, people from different background. So it opens you up. It allows you that how do we communicate with local people? What about the local culture, local language, local nitty-gritties? So tomorrow when you face an interview, this experience really works out fine. And there is no shame in it, whatever that kind of a job it is. And as I repeatedly say in my previous videos, every job is a respectable job in UK. And I just love it that way. The culture is very strong. We have been taught, since beginning that how should we be grateful for the things around. So even if I'm, cleaning a road, or if I'm a gardener, if I'm doing a landscape designing, if I'm a plumber, if I'm an electrician, Nothing wrong about it. We should be thankful to all these people. Even sometimes electrician and plumber get more money than a software professional in this country. So no job is a bad job. So don't underestimate the power of a time job. It prepares you for tomorrow. And you can continue doing it even after your graduation. You can do it as a full time. But of course, nobody comes to UK doing a very good education, let's say a mathematics graduation or a physics graduation, to come and do this kind of a part-time job. You want to get a permanent, good quality job with a long-term view of staying in this country. So that is about perm job. Now the second type of job is somebody sponsors a visa or give you a full-time job. So if you get a full-time job, again it's a two type. First type is full-time job without a commitment of a visa. So somebody will say, okay, you can come and work with me. Let's say I will give you data analytics job, or you have done BSc mathematics, so I'll hire you as an analyst, but I can't sponsor your visa. You can work for me for 2 years. I'll give you a minimum salary, let's say £24,000 a year, £30,000 or £36,000. Typically you get about 32 to 38,000 to start with, which is a decent amount. After cut and all those things, you still get 2,600 kind of amount in hand, which is a very good amount to start with. But I will not be able to sponsor your visa. They are very upfront about it. Now most of the people get afraid that I don't know what will happen after 2 years. If he says no, what do I do? My student work permit expires in 2 years now, which is going to be 18 months. Further sad news, but that's true. So generally they just discard all these kind of option, keep struggling to get, they keep doing the part-time job, and they keep fighting for a job which can sponsor a visa. And while doing this process, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, you never know. 2 years are gone in no time. All you did is the part-time job, and then you'll end up going back. This is a sad story. So what should we do? That's why we are talking about. So this is all about time job. Now my suggestion, as per my experience, as you know my background, you can visit productivagroup.com and you can know more about me. You can watch my LinkedIn. My channel has my LinkedIn profile, and I give this kind of a session to various universities. I have done it at multiple universities like Angela Ruskin. I even spoke about it in Kingston, and a couple of more startup events we talked about it. So what should we do? So I talk about 3 areas here. First, I'm going to talk about the power of alumni. Second, I'm going to talk about target approach. Third, I'm going to talk about networking, right? And that's a power of, or rather sequence of importance itself, let's put it that way. So let's talk about alumni, and let's take any college for that matter. I mean, there are so many universities here, very good quality universities. Let me name it few. I'm talking about except Cambridge and Oxford, of course. Everybody only talks about that in journal. But like Imperial College, you've got, University College London, you've got Warwick Universities, you've got Bath Universities, you've got Newcastle Universities, you've got University College, University of East London, you've talked all about St. Mary University, you're talking about Kingston University, Richmond American Universities, so many, Manchester University, Leeds University, Bristol University. So there's so many good quality university, and they take thousands and thousands of students each year, right? Now, what is so strong about these universities? Especially, let me talk about a university which I had the best experience, which is my son, who's gotten into University College London. Now, UCL takes about 60,000 students typically per year for various courses, Now, imagine the power of alumni. UCL is celebrating the 200th year this year. So it means this year they will reach 200 years of existence. They would have started 1825. Now in 200 years, imagine how many students have come, studied and gone. Look at the power of network they have. So even if you talk about, let's say BSc Mathematics, my son Suhan got into UCL and BSc Mathematics, and he has got about close to 5 to 600, somewhere in between, students this year. Last year also, let's assume 500 students. The last 10 years alone, they must be having 5,000 students. Forget about 200 years of past. Let's talk about a decade. Let's talk about just 10 years, including this year. So it means there are 5,000 students who have done BSc Mathematics. Or if you say average number of 50,000 students each year in any course, physics, chemistry, mathematics, arts, law, whatever, medical. So let's talk about 50,000 students. In last 10 years, it means 500,000. Half a million students have passed out of UCL, right? Your university may not be having this kind of a large number, but still the number will not be like 15%, 20% of it. Maybe they are 50%, not below that. That's an average UK university you're talking about. Now, if you think about nostalgia, a word emotion, if you think about your childhood, where do you go? You talk about, oh, school we used to go, we used to tease that teacher, oh, we used to play cricket out there, we used to play football out there, oh, we used to do this and that. So always your nostalgia, your memories comes back. Alumni is all about that. So when you talk about a senior of yours who passed out 5 years back, yes, you have no connection. 5 years back, he has no clue that who you are. You are a student this year who just enrolled, but he passed out 5 years back. He will have tons of memories of university. He will remember the corner he used to sit with his girl and boy. He will remember the food he used to eat around the university. He will remember the pubs nearby, all kind of a joints wherever they're gonna sit and play and talk. Lots of memories. He will also remember the dean of the university. He will also remember some of the special people, librarian maybe, a lot of people in the university. And that is the common thread between you and that person who's your senior alumni. And when you talk about your problems, he will understand your problem the most. He will know if a person is coming out of UCL, he would have gone through the same purpose, same challenges, and same opportunities. He will have the softest corner for his alumni matter. And that's the best way to understand that you are, as a university, as good as your alumni. This is where I want all of you to start. Please understand your strength lies in the alumni. So please go and see which are the most prominent alumni group, whether it's on LinkedIn or Google or Facebook. So you should find out. Let's say you are, Imperial College or University College London or King's College, let's say. So figure out how many groups are available in King's College which are alumni. So go and join them as a student, because you're authorized, you are a student in this particular college. So go and figure out which are the King's College alumni group. First and foremost, first step should be go and join them, right? Second thing you should do is, as close as possible, let's say you are doing BSc Mathematics, or you're doing BSc Physics, or you're doing a law, or you're doing medical. So as per your stream of studies, let's say you are doing, mathematics, go and figure out who have passed out BSc Mathematics from University College London, if you are in there, or King's College London, or Imperial, whichever university you represent. How do you find it? Master is LinkedIn. That's the best possible place to find such people. So go to LinkedIn. There is an option. You can choose a city, which can be, forget about city, you should put it as a UK. A person can be working anywhere, doesn't matter. It should be actually international. It doesn't even matter a person is in UK or not, but select a UK. Second option you should select is that education, University College London. They can even go further down and select the BSc Mathematics. But even if you select just the university, more than enough. Then in the keyword, you can put maths, for instance. So you will find a list of people, you will find thousands of people who have done mathematics or who has done UCL education. Now the work smart. So work starts in such a way, first and foremost, ground zero is make your LinkedIn profile a very strong one. Because today your LinkedIn profile is nothing but it's your biodata. It's nothing but a visiting card of yours. It represents you fully. So always try to put a very good quality photo, a kind of a professional photo, not maybe in a suit tie like me, but at least in a formal or kind of a semi-formal attire. It should not be like a t-shirt and little bit shabby hair and all those. So a decent photograph which represent you in a right manner, in a professional manner, because LinkedIn is not a social personal platform like Facebook or Instagram and all those. LinkedIn is a little bit more professional thing. So prepare yourself, make your LinkedIn profile look solid. So talk about your schooling, talk about your internship out there, talk about your background out there. Each and every line of yours should be like a microscopic view. You should have gone through 10 times before you write about it. So because somebody will click on your LinkedIn and within few seconds has to decide whether I should connect with this person or not. So considering this kind of a short time, you need to make sure first and foremost, ground zero, your LinkedIn profile should be very good quality. Then you already searched and you figured out that, for instance, there is a 5,000 people from University College London. Now you go through them every day. It's not a one-day affair. You need to spend 1 or 2 good quality week. Go and click on a person. Oh, Wasim Khan passed out of this year, some background. You need to prepare a small love letter. I really call it love letter. Sorry for my words, but it's as true as possible. Because first time when you try to connect with somebody, LinkedIn allows you only 160 words, not words, characters, sorry. So you can only write this much. A person has to judge and decide whether to connect with Wasim or not in that short message. So write very simple. Hi, my name is Wasim and I'm studying mathematics in University College London. I see you are my senior from UCL. I just wanted to connect. Very simple, very, very plain, without showing your intent, nothing, just simple, plain, positive intent that I just want to connect with you. You are my senior. Most likely, 7 out of 10, at least I can say with my experience, people will connect with you. When this is the feedback from people where I spoke and they followed the process. So let's say you connected, you sent 500 invite every week, or let's say 100 invite is more than enough. You get little less hours while you're studying. So you just start sending invites to all this alma mater. And every week you keep a target, and without target don't work. Always have a number in mind that this week I'll approach 50 people, this week I'll approach 100 people. Same message, copy paste, that I'm just you're my senior, I'm studying in UCL, I just wanted to connect. And let's say 50% people, 50% out of them, in a 1 month, 4 weeks, consistently you send them invite. It means 4 weeks, let's say 200 people you sent invite. So every week you're getting 100 connected. So let's say in a month's time you've got about 200 people connected with you who are your seniors who studied in UCL. Now the next step, and this is a consistent process because there are so many people to connect with and not everybody is connecting with you. I'm saying 50% hit rate, and you are just connecting. It's a consistent affair. You have to continue doing it at least for 3 months. Please listen to me carefully. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. It's not a small matter. It's about your career. It's about your future life. It's about your settlement in UK. So you need to understand how serious it is, how impactful it is. So you are sending every week without being tired, consistent love letters, consistent this small words to each and every alumni which you come across, right? And as I said, assuming 200 people you're connecting every month. So what do we do? What is the step next? First is finding these alma maters and sending them an invite. Let's say 50% connects, 50% didn't connect, don't bother. That's okay. Many of the people are not super active on LinkedIn, right? They may connect later, they may decide not to connect. That's okay, fair enough, Some people have very reserved mindset, but 50% definitely connects. So you have made, let's say, 200 connections in first month. Then what is the next step? Next step is now you have to show a very genuine approach towards it. You have to show a genuine interest in them. So for instance, I'm your alma mater, I'm from UCL and I've done my BSc mathematics with the UCL and now I'm working with Accenture, let's say. So typically what people do as a professional, they go to a seminar, they post about it, right? That I went to this seminar and they talk about some subject. Let's say I talked about a new maths equation. I want to talk something about Pythagoras. Or I met some senior person, I met some Accenture's very senior executive who came and met me. Or I like something about a particular subject and I posted it on LinkedIn. Now, since you're connected with them, it means you're following them. That's how LinkedIn works. So if I start liking something or I go to some event and talk about it, you as my connection, you will definitely get that feed on your LinkedIn. you should show your genuine intent. Just like the subject and read what they're talking about. Let's say somebody talked about Pythagoras. So Pythagoras, what is it all about? What is he talking about it? Write a line of comment, right? If they visited somebody, let's say, Accenture, he's working in Accenture and he had a discussion with 10 of his seniors who come from US. He just talked about it. It was a very pleasure meeting these 10 senior people from US. They represented this company and we had a wonderful session. Thanks for coming. Write a genuine line of comment, whatever comes in your heart and mind. Nothing, you don't have to show off there, or you don't have to have a personal touch there. Just write genuinely what you feel about it and start doing it without expecting anything. That is very important. I know in your close in heart, you know that you're looking for a connection, you're looking for a networking, you're looking for a job. It should not come out in obvious ways. Just show your genuine interest. Start liking it. Now, slowly, what will happen in a week's or 2 weeks' time, when in his 4 or 5 posts you started liking and sometimes you're commenting, they will start, giving a response. They will start saying, thank you, Wasim, for passing a comment. Thank you about it. Slowly, you will realize you are connecting one-to-one. Then is the time, once you spend about 4 to 6 weeks with this particular person, then it is the time, Mr. Wasim, can I get 2 of your minutes? I'm a junior of yours and I studied in UCA. I'm studying in UCA and I just want to talk 2 minutes to take some of your advice. And trust me, 2/3, my experiences, it means out of 10, close to 6 to 6.5 people will say, yes, let's talk about it. Because they have seen your genuine intent. Last 4 to 6 weeks, you have been following them, you have been passing some nice comments, they have been noticing you, that who's this guy who's trying to give me all nice good things. And then you speak with him, sir, I'm your junior and this is what I'm doing. I hope everything is going fine. Do you want to give me some tips? So start building your relationship with them. And when I finish my graduation, any tips on who are the companies, which are the companies which can give me a sponsorship? Or can you help me, guide me a little bit more? Start developing relationship like this. So if you are doing just fresher going in now, you have 3 years to do all this task. Imagine by the time you finish 3 years, you will have at least 1,000 strong alma mater who's in touch with you. But let's say you just passed out. Even now you start, within 3 months, you will have at least 200-300 people who are ready to talk to you. And they are sensitive about you because they have lots of common things with you. They know the college deans, they know the college campus, they know the problem areas, they know the challenges in studies, they know the nearby nostalgic things. Oh, I used to have a coffee there. Oh, I used to have a dinner there. Oh, that is the place I used to go for pub. Or we used to go and play there. So they have lots of things in common with you. Though you don't know this person. This person could be from France working in London. You may be from Bangladesh. It doesn't matter, right? What is common thread is a UCL. So you connect and show the genuine intent, take a genuine interest in somebody, they start thanking back to you and you connect with them. Then slowly start building a relationship. I believe in this country or in any country for that matter, be it US or here, somebody who will understand you are the seniors of yours. They know what you go through day in, day night. And if they are international student who got a job here, that should be your topmost priority because they would have gone through the same pain what you're going through. It could be easy for them that time because things were a little bit more easy, but they know what you're going through and they are the best advocates for you. So first and foremost, my suggestion is please map your alma mater. Please map your seniors, connect with them. Remember writing that small 160 characters love letter. That's a very important thing. Then genuinely following them and then start having an interaction with them. Interaction can be very positive and very simple way. Don't ask for a job to begin with. They also know that you will need help. They themselves will propose after some time. But just keep connecting. But if you're passed out already and you are running fuel, it means you have 18 months time, then it could be a little bit different. You can be a little bit more direct, you can be a little bit more aggressive. But if you have 2 years with you by the time you finish graduation, 3 years or even 1 year, then go very honest, very simple and lengthy process. Nothing to worry about. You're not, even if they give you a job, you can't do it, right? You have to do it only after graduation. So this is my first way of approaching your alma mater. This is my tip number 1. Very important subject. Now let's talk about point number 2. And which is, I call it target people mapping or target companies list. For instance, let me put it, instead of people, let's talk about companies. So let's say you are doing physics, or you're doing mathematics, or you're doing medical, or you're doing law. Start dreaming, start thinking first, leave everything, take a cup of coffee with you and sit in your room and start thinking, what kind of a company I should be working after this graduation. It really requires that kind of a philosophical time with you, me time as they call it. Think about this. So you will have a kind of a company in your mind, in your frame, in your emotions, in your heart. You will start thinking, okay, this kind of a company. Let's say you are a law degree from LSE, and not LSE, London School of Business. You're doing a law. So let's say Linklaters. There are a lot of companies like this, law firms. Linklaters is multi-billion-dollar conglomerate doing law. They take lots of students actually each year. So what you should do then, you should start making a list of these companies. Where are these companies available? First is Google, Baba. Nowadays Google is very helpful. Second is you can search on LinkedIn. The law in a keywords you can put in LinkedIn is very helpful on this. You can search and research about the companies. So let's say you could figure out 50 names of companies. It could be Accenture. Everybody needs a lawyer. In this case example, I'm talking about a law degree. So there could be specialized law company, there could be Accenture, there could be EY of the world. Every company, every bank, every insurance company needs lawyers, right? They need all trainee lawyers to start with, right? So imagine what kind of a companies you want to join, make a list of that. Let's say you made a list of 50 companies. Now you have to do next step. Again, LinkedIn comes into the rescue. Go to LinkedIn and try to figure out at least 3 to 5, if not 10, 3 to 5 important executive related to your job. Let's say you want to do a law and you are a law student. So you talk about who's the head of legal, you can map in multiple level, head level, mid level, and a junior level in working in this particular company. Let's say subject we are talking about here is Linklaters. Linklaters is one of a very large multi-billion-dollar conglomerate in law. So in Linklaters, who are the senior people, some of the partners, some of the medium lawyers, and some of the junior one. Now what should be the criteria of search? You are an international student, maybe you look out for international people working in Linklaters rather than just the local. Mix of it, but more of international, right? Another criteria can be, for instance, I am from India, right? I would rather connect with some of those Indian people as well. Let's say I come from a particular religion, even that works. Even sometimes the language helps. I'm a French person and I find a French person out there. He will understand or she will understand your emotions a little bit more. So make your own criteria, but out of your target company list, which you have a 50 companies list, try to figure out anywhere in between 3 to 10. It could be a HR head, it could be a talent acquisition manager, it could be your a peer or senior or junior. Figure out like this, start making an Excel sheet, write down those LinkedIn, and again send them a love letter. By the way, I'm doing my law from London School of London Business School, and I'm just curious and I'm inspired by your work. Can we connect, please? And exactly same process like what you done with your alumni. Start following the same process, start connecting with these people, start seeing, and they will be more active on LinkedIn compared to your almas, because they are real professional, they are working in a company in a big way, and they must be going for a lot of events and all those things. So do exact same process what I explained to you about Alma Matters. Connect with them, follow with them, approach with them, right? That's the second thing which I wanted to tell you. So first I talked about Alma Matters, second I talked about your dream companies, your target companies. So first approach was individual approach, where the people are there who are senior, you're trying to approach. Second is more of a professional approach, people you have nothing in common, right? Somebody is working in Accenture, or let's say in example I talked about Linklaters. Nobody in Linklaters, they may not be even alumni out there, right? But you're just trying to approach them, they're from different college. So what is common thread is your education. What is common thread is your genuine intent. You sent a love letter, 50% of them are connected. Let's say 30% connected in this case, because alumni matter, they will connect more. In this case, you may get a little bit less response. So you connect with them, follow with them, compliment with them. Everybody is hungry of a compliment. Who will say no to it? I mean, a person like me, you come and tell me, Wasim, oh, you're wearing a beautiful tie, Wasim. Wasim, I really like your suit. I don't know. I will feel good about it. Let me tell you, at least I can say I will feel not bad about you, right? So give genuine compliment to them if they do something. Follow them on LinkedIn like this. I'm not talking about stalking here, by the way. Don't get me wrong. It's all professional. I'm not asking you to go on Facebook and Insta and do the same thing. LinkedIn is all professional. So follow them professionally, pass on genuine comments, make a strong bond with them. And if you have this 3 years with you for graduation, or 2 years, or 1 year, by the time you finish your graduation, you will have a very good network in the dream company of yours. Then this 50 company list could be 30, it could become 100 as well. It's a dynamic things. So you never know, by the time you finish your graduation, another two good companies comes up and you want to connect with them as well. So these are the two ways I suggested you to map for your future purpose. The last thing I want to tell you is more physical. It's all about networking. So you have London is one of the best city in the world. So imagine how many events are happening in this central London area. You have got so many venues. You've got London Olympia. You've got Excel Center where so many events happen. Every day something is happening out there. So whenever you get time, whenever you have your session break, term break, whatever you call it, or sometimes in the evening, go and attend these events related to you. Sometimes it could be very like HR show, for instance, talent show, they are happening. Let's say retail expo happening. You never know which person can connect you with what. So always be positive, try to make network with the local people, and trust me, if somebody is already here working before you, he would have definitely got more knowledge than you. There is no harm in taking some information from somewhere. So go and attend some of these events. Now, where will you learn about these events? So you have places like Enterprise Nation, which keeps organizing a lot of virtual webinar, seminar, and physical events. You have something called Eventbrite. I mean, you must have that application on your phone actually. Eventbrite organizes so many free events. And KPMG keeps organizing an energy summit on this. I have seen EY organizing some of the shows through that. Large companies, talk about a lot of things using Eventbrite. Even it could be a personal community event. Romanians in London organizing a small party, French in London organizing a French party, Indians diaspora talking something about. So Eventbrite is a very good source of information about all these networking events. You should go and attend these seminars, networking event. There is something called London Tech Week happens each year. There is the AI Summit happens this year. Most of them are free for student, and many of them, which are very costly affair, gives a superb discount to student, which is almost nothing. But you are able to talk to industry leaders, subject matter experts. The knowledge you gain out of this is enormous. So these are the three things, simplest possible three things I can talk about. Honestly, this video should have been 2 hours. I mean, when I talk about the subject in university, I talk in 3 hours, 1.5 hours, take a break, and then talk further. But here I'm trying to summarize in 30-40 minutes. So please understand, you need to go a little bit deeper. I encourage any kind of a question. Please write in your comment section anything you want to ask me about it. I think I will come up with a new video, or I'll answer you one-to-one. I think you will have a lot of questions after watching this video. But please watch it carefully. Watch it one more time. Any question, please come back to me. Right? All the best, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me.